Good evening, everyone. I am a little bit nervous, but I'm a social entrepreneur. My job is to solve global level social problems with modern level solutions. And that's where we bring societal change, and that's where we call such people as young change makers. Today, I'm here to share a story with you. And that story starts with a question. I would like you guys to raise your hands once I ask you the question. How many of you can stay hungry for a day? How about 2 days? 3 days? Can you do 5? Yeah, most of the hands are down. What if, let me ask you another question. What if I tell you that people stay hungry for 5 days, more than 5 days, on a regular basis in our neighborhood? This is where the story begins. I come from a very small town called Pulgaon. This is in Wardha district of state of Maharashtra. I have been brought up there in a very humble community. One day, my mother and our maid at our house were having a conversation. This conversation starts with, do you know there's this lady in our neighborhood has not been eating food or having any meal at her place. So my mom asked, why? So she was saving enough money to take her daughter to a hospital. When I got to know about this, I asked my mother, why such things happen? Why is that lady is hungry for 5 days? And why we can't help her? So she asked me a question. How long can you help her? Will you be able to feed her for the entire month? Then what? So that quizzed me, and that made me uncomfortable, made me restless for the entire day. So what I did, tried staying hungry for a day, keeping a choice that there is no food at the end of the day. By evening, 7 o'clock, I was going to fall faint. I was not feeling good. I was not feeling comfortable. And at that moment, I realized how hunger feels like. And that is where it made me move to start the initiative called Siligram. I asked my mother for the same, what can we do for these ladies or these families in our community? So she said, I have been training them for the last 17 years in stitching, in beauty parlor courses, and vocational courses. But the problem is, where do they find the livelihood for it? We are a very small town, a town of 30 to 40,000 people, where opportunities are very limited. Now the story proceeds where we try to find a solution in our own neighborhood. We call these women in our neighborhood to come at our place, and we asked a question, would you be able to work with us if we come up with a solution? And they immediately agreed, because they also knew how hunger means, how they want to pitch in their own families to solve this problem. So at that moment, in 2018, Maharashtra state recently banned single-use plastics. So we thought of, why not create cloth bags to provide it in market, and we will be able to create opportunities for these ladies. And that story began there. We started stitching cloth bags, but it did not end up there. We got our first order of 100 bags to be shipped to Bombay, where 5 ladies completed that order. But I came up to an article. Do you even know how much of water does it take to manufacture a t-shirt which you are wearing today, or a garment that you are wearing today? It takes 17,000 liters of water to manufacture one single t-shirt. When I got to know about how textile is so not environmental friendly, that quizzed me again. Am I doing a right job? Am I hurting the environment at the same time helping other people? And that made us again restless. When I brought this fact in front of my ladies and people, so our ladies were like, sir, ये तो गलत है. ये तो plastic bag से भी उतना ही harmful है. If we make bags from new fabric. One of my friends from my exchange program got in touch with me when she got to know from Facebook that we have started making cloth bags from this initiative. They run a garment factory in Bombay, and they supply garments, ready-made garments. They manufacture garments for major brands, which you find it in our regular malls. They came up with a very specific and very weird ask. What if we provide you fabric in kgs, in kilograms, and why not you prepare jholas for us, cloth bags? We were puzzled because we never worked in bits of pieces of cloths. We did not even know what kind of fabric is that. But they said, this is a problem to us. How can be a new fabric which is being used for branded clothes be a problem for some industry? They later explained that for every 1,000 t-shirt, we have 100 to 150 kgs of fabric. Each kg have 8 meters of fabric going waste at side cuts, leftover materials, and bits. We again sat. The entire team came back, and I tabled this in front of them. Our team said, sir, if we get this fabric, we can make millions of things out of it. And that's where the entire idea of bringing a circular economy and providing livelihood in rural areas started. That's where the real story of Siligram started. The outfit today that you see, what I'm wearing, is made up from waste fabric, which we have collected 6 months ago from a garment factory. More than 70% of my wardrobe, or 70% of the clothes that I wear, are now made up from waste fabric. I do not buy new fabric, or I do not buy new clothes directly from a shop. This is because I believe that the waste that we are collecting is a huge resource, and we are equally responsible. We have a duty that we should be taking care of the environment and giving back to the society at the same time. We started with first 100 kgs of fabric. We started processing that fabric into different sizes, different colors, different designs, and later ended up turning our entire facility of 25 machines and a 400 square feet area into an upcycling center. And the art, we call it as upcycling. Let me give you a quick brief how this entire thing works. We take fabric from garment factories that lands in our workstation. Our ladies segregate this fabric as per their quality, as per their length, as per their designs. And later on, that fabric is put up in an inventory. Now, this is an interesting story which goes. We have a small section in our inventory store, which we call as a design lab. Every woman at our place is enabled and made to sit in that lab every day. So she can try, test, stitch new things from those bits and pieces of fabric. This, what I'm wearing, is one of the products of the design lab which came out of that particular place. We ended up innovating, coming up with 17 life-helping products out of that design lab, which goes into a regular market. And those products help our ladies to earn their bread every day. The story doesn't end here. We, at our place, we not only upcycle the fabric, but we make sure whatever is being used in our inventory, whatever being used in our production, is either waste or it has been sourced from an ethical place, and our practices are ethical too. We help companies to become zero waste companies by our practices and by our impact. Today, we are a team of more than 50 ladies directly and indirectly working for this entire idea. We at Siligram are working towards a circular economy model where we want to enable rural communities to become sustainable, to become self-reliant. And this can only happen when women are provided with these opportunities. My mother and the entire team believe that women do not need to be empowered. I am a product. I I am a product of women who have enabled me to stand here today. They are the powerhouse of what I am talking about today. This is not just my mother, my sister, and the ladies who work at our workstation. The power of women working at a place is something much different than what we see it in our regular corporate or daily lives. And we have been envisioning, we have been having a live testament of it when you see a ladies working at our center. We have been able to enable these women in not just in their skills, but also in their livelihood, and also give a direct access to our today's financial system. We all know that how the idea of a self-help group, we call as a Bachat Gat, works in the rural areas, where these women gather together, they do activities, they do financial activities to sustain their lives by getting micro loans, by getting financial assistance for their families. But when we started Siligram, we made sure that whatever they earn is ethical, is up to the market standards, and whatever the money that is being generated goes directly to their bank accounts. This enabled these ladies to get direct credit from the banks to sustain their lives, to start their own initiatives. We, as an initiative, are looking forward to bring this change to a next system level. I have been inducted by Ashoka as a young change maker for this co-leading idea where this can be taken up as an idea which can bring system level change. Today, we have so many global level structural conflicts, or we call as problems, such as poverty, such as hunger, such as unemployment. But the testament that we have been working on since last 4 years has proven that these structural conflicts can be resolved, can be solved, can be given a new phase with this solution that we have been working on. And we believe if you provide a livelihood to anybody, he or she can stand on their own feet. They can sustain an entire community, not just their family. I have been personally closely working with these ladies when we started Siligram. We started with 5 ladies, and every ladies come up with their own story. That one human being who works at our place has a story. Whether it is about their hardships, whether it is about their childhood, whether it is about their culture, customs that they follow at their places. And each story motivates us, motivates other. And this we want to continue as an initiative in not only just in Maharashtra, but in the entire country of India. Today, I believe that if we join hands as change makers to bring such solutions in our society, we can move mountains and bigger problems like poverty can be solved. Thank you very much. Once again, thank you.